Timothy Mitchell with HP Latex. I want to explain something that you might need, and I want to explain why you might need it for our new Latex 700 and 800 series printers. This that I'm holding here is my output Platen protector. Output Platen protector. The output Platen protector is designed primarily when you're running fabrics, and you order it as an accessory. Okay, it doesn't come with the printer. It is an accessory, and you will find it in the textile kit accessory. This is where you get that, the textile kit accessory. You reach out to your reseller or channel partner, they will have one for you. This is how I use it. I use it two ways. The first way is if I'm running fabric, for example, long runs of fabric, and I want to be able to capture some of that condensation on this felt so that it does not go down onto my prints. You know, it can kind of roll down that nice aluminum platen here, and then I have a kind of a greasy drip on my print. I don't want that. And that's what this is for. But it has another function. The other function is any media that has a liner or the composition of the media, like certain banners have almost kind of a rubberiness to them. Sometimes you can just feel it in your hand, like, ooh, that's going to be a little sticky. Some magnetics that have sort of an uncoated backing. In short, anything that travels through this curing unit and does not slide smoothly forward and back, but tries to stick, because, you know, we have heat in the unit. Not a lot, but there is some heat there. And that can warm up certain liners or certain banners, and they try to kind of hold. And when they don't travel smoothly, things can fold on themselves. That leads to the media crashing into the side of it. You don't want that. What I do is I put the platen cover on, and then I run the media. So if it exhibits while it's warming up, I'll watch it. If it exhibits in the warm-up process this tendency to fold on itself, you know, you'll see it in there, and sometimes this thin media will do it too. It'll fold on itself. This is not a vacuum-related thing. You know, I've already lowered the vacuum down to the bare minimum, because sometimes if you have the vacuum too high, that happens too. You know, the vacuum is holding it down and it's trying to feed it, and it can't slide over the platen because your vacuum is set to 30 and it should be set to 5. This is not in the platen, but it's happening in the curing zone. And it's trying to move forward and back, and it's kind of sticking there. So any material that tends to do that, and you'll eventually run into one and know what I'm talking about, put this on. This allows it to glide smoothly, forward and back, no more issues. Now there is a feature to adjust the tension, but I think sometimes this is really a better solution, and you can still continue to use the variable tension, because the issue isn't that the material, you know, doesn't take up well to the take-up roll. The issue is that the material is trying to hold on to that warmer curing unit, the base of it, and it doesn't allow it to glide forward and backward unimpeded. Let me show you how you put this on. Now, putting this on, I'm going to do this on the 800 series. This is the 800W. But you can also do the same thing, really. The same process happens on the 500 series and the 300 series. They also have output platen protectors. They're just in 2 pieces, but it works exactly the same. The way you do it is you lift this lid. Now, the first thing you're going to do is there'll be this strip of adhesive Velcro. What you want to do is put the platen protector on, pull it taut, and then figure out where you put down that Velcro. Before you put down the Velcro, I would take some isopropyl alcohol and clean that metal so that when you're applying it, it sticks perfectly. I use actually a roll of masking tape to kind of force it down there, because it's hard to do it with your hand, you know. So just take a roll of masking tape and just use that as something to pressure to put it down and make sure it sticks well. Let that bond a little bit. The longer you wait for things to bond before you apply tension or weight to them, the better bond you will have. But now it's in the right position. because this end of it is the Velcro, and you're going to pull it taut and then secure it onto that Velcro. Once that's in place, we'll try to do this without kind of making a hash of it. Be gentle and just kind of, what I usually do is I kind of fold it over and then drop it into the zone here, right? Into the area, into the print area. And then I've got to have this fold out. Take the Velcro down, and I just kind of gently let this fold out and roll off as I push forward. Okay? And you're going to encounter your door, of course. That's fine. We'll open that in a second. And there's a ridge right there, and I just drop it into that ridge and make sure it's centered. Real easy. Now the door, you can see it already peeking out there a little bit. Just give the door a little pull. That back down again. Now on you're completely tight. Make sure you're secure in center, and then you just pull it around inside. And make sure it secures at all points. And I'll usually go along there again with my hand. That's it. There's a ridge right there. It goes through the curing unit, secures on the underside. Same with the 500 and 300 series. That's just done in 2 pieces. By the way, 365, 500 series, and 7 and 8s all have unique lengths, okay? So they're not the same. They're not interchangeable because they have different platens, output platens. So with this done, close the window. Usually what I do is to activate the vacuum and hit done, and that'll make sure the door is exactly in the right spot. Now I'm good to go. I have the output platen protectors on. I run my media like General Formulations has some optically clear film. Well, it's got that soft liner. It'll definitely go a lot easier if I put this on than if I try to do all these tricks with vacuum and temperature, and it's still sticking. Okay, put the output platen protector on. That's one other use of the output platen protector that I found extremely helpful, and I wanted to pass it along to you. So that's what it looks like. That's what it's for. That's where it is. It's in the textile kit. You can get it through your reseller channel partner. You can use it for fabrics, and you can use it for anything that doesn't want to glide through that print zone. This is Timothy Mitchell with HP Latex, and that is our new output platen protector on the 800W White Series printer.